Alright guys, welcome back to the TheCombustionFarmer YouTube channel. Bear Creek Outdoor here, and we have got some contract landscaping work to do, so we've got to get on over to the baseball facility to get some of that work started. And they've got a big project for us today. We've got a bunch of land we've got to clear, so that hopefully they can build a new entrance eventually, and also a brand new facility. Ooh, boy, this thing is heavy. And we're not going to be able to fit this on here, are we? Maybe not. Definitely not right now. I'm not sure. It seems like there's some newer physics going on in the game of late, where it seems like one might be how we loaded the trailer here, but also it just seems like all the trailers in the game now are leaning to one side all of a sudden. So I'm not sure what that's about. It literally just might be how we have this loaded up, but I've noticed it on a few other trailers of late as well, that they're just constantly in a leaning pose like that. It's kind of weird. Alright, so here is the current entrance here, as you guys can see. As we pull on in, got all of this area nice and kind of staked out for us. Got some entrances so we can get in and out of here. Oh yeah, this trailer is doing some wacky stuff. Ah, there we go. Tractors are off, so let me show you what we got going on here. So right over here in this area, we've got quite a bit of property here. A lot of it needs to be kind of leveled out, so we'll have to bring in sand and whatnot to really get the level on. Luckily we got plenty of time to work on this, so that's going to be nice. They need to have this done by the end of August, which shouldn't be too hard, I would imagine, so that'll be pretty good. But anyways, you can see huge piece of property over here. This is the old fire station. This does not have to stay here. There's going to be a demolition crew come in and take this out for us. We are keeping the old fire protection district sign, as that's a historic monument from the founding of the city, so that has to stay there, along with the actual fire hydrant, which actually does work, which is cool. We also get access, obviously, to Whataburgers, so when we need lunch, we have lunch. Works great for me. But as you can see, right along here, this is Whataburger land, so right where this fence is, none of this we can really manipulate that much. But all down here, we can get this nice and flattened out, and remove almost all these trees is what we need to do. So parking lot backs up right to this, so obviously parking lot right here, and then just bringing in a bunch of soil, getting this leveled out so it's flat with the parking lot. That's basically what they want. Drainage, that's someone else's department, not mine. But right now, this right over here is the main entrance for the facility that everybody's coming in and out of, and unfortunately it's sharing the property with the car wash. They don't like that. Why did they design it that way? I don't know. But anyways, they don't like that now. And so our job is to remove these trees and potentially move the entrance over to the side there, where currently the fire station sits. So anyways, they're going to be tearing that down for us in a bit. So anyways, that's one thing we got to do. Then we've got to build somewhere on the property. We got to get the trees and stuff leveled and cleared and whatnot first. But then they want a beach volleyball stadium built. So obviously we got sand, and we got the old actual volleyball net that they have already on property over there that we can bring over and use. That'll be easy. But we'll also need to bring in grandstands and then make entrances and whatnot for that. So kind of a big project, but I think we can do it with a limited amount of work. So first things first, grab your chainsaws and let's cut down some trees. Once we're done with that, we have to get rid of the stumps, and we got to move the trees. So hopefully this goes well. But we've got a lot of work to do, and we're going to do a lot of tree cutting. So let's get into it here. more branches we gotta clean up here, and then we should be good to go on the rest of our landscaping bit, which we just gotta clear out all of the stumps, which shouldn't be that hard, I wouldn't imagine. Alright, got that. Good. There's another branch. Right there he is. Can't see him for the grass. Get him tossed in there. Is there another one? Doesn't look like it. Oh, here's a branch. Right here. This is more like a limb. Hey, yep, big limb. Right, get that tossed in there. Should be able to get a few added ones in here without too much trouble. Let's see here. Ooh, this is going to be a big one. Oh, boy. Yep, that big. That's a big one. Whew. That is huge. Okay, I did not expect that when I picked that up. Got all that cleared. We got a bunch of bushes that we can use with our giant bush hog. We can rip through all of these stumps. Good now, there's a lot of stumps. Yep, almost hit one. Yeah, that is insane how much is out there. Look, we got the bucket too, so we can use that a little bit later on. We'll definitely need that. Go ahead and get our paddock fork. Go and get our brush fork dropped off right over here. There we go. And we'll get this hooked up for the bucket just so that we're all ready to go on that one. There we go. Alright, shut that off and let's get to stump grinding here. Absolutely love this stump grinder. One of my favorites. Go ahead and get that turned on. Sounds good. And luckily we just got to come through and level all this anyway, so it really doesn't matter how much ground we tear up. Set this thing down onto, there we go. Alright. Some of these stumps we got to set it down on top of before we can get them to go away, just because of how big they are. There we go. Get through this line of bushes over here. Lots of bushes. There we go. Yep. Just gotta set it on top and let it chew everything up that way. That works out really, really good. You get all these bushes knocked out. This will just really show us, one, make sure there's no stumps hiding in the bushes anywhere. Yep. Let this sit down on top. There we go. Eat away at that. Get this stump over here real quick. There we go. Yeah, lots of stumps we gotta take care of here. There we go. Grass is tall out here too. It is. It has not been mowed in a while. Still looks like they're clearing the old fire station out. This thing lift up here. Set it down on top. There we go. That all nice and mulched up. Get through these bushes as well. A lot of bushes. Yep, I think there's a stump in here. Know what the stump's at? Oh, there it is. That's a stump I'm actually running over. There we go. Got that chopped up. Good. Get this on top of here. Lower it down. There we go. Yeah, definitely love this piece of equipment here. It works really, really good. Does a really good job getting through stumps really easy. So definitely like that. Lift that up, get this. There we go. Yep. Yep, this is a great piece of equipment. Absolutely. Love it. Alrighty guys, so we've got a ton of clearing done. We had to remove the construction fence just to be able to get in and out of here, so let me show you what we got going on. So nice and flattened. Trees still haven't been cleared out yet, but we've got all this dirt brought in. You see it nicely piled up along here, so obviously car wash are going to get their own drive now. We can remove all of this, let this go back to grass, remove this entrance right here potentially, and then coming over to over here is where we're going to make the brand new main entrance. So we're going to have turn lanes and a sweep lane so that people can get in and out of traffic when there is an event. So obviously we got this right here, which is the sidewalk. This has to be placed back in, and we got to put in a asphalt drive-in. Luckily we don't have to do that, someone else is going to do that, so that'll work out good. We're just going to take care of the landscaping afterwards. Got to bring in sod and whatnot, so that's going to be easy. So once they get the drive-in, we will get to work on making everything look nice landscape-wise, get the new entrance, arch in and whatnot. And as you can see, it really does clear things up quite nice to get a nice look at the facility there in the distance, which is really, really cool. And hopefully we can get the trees removed here in short order. But yeah, so luckily this will be all nice and gone, and the car wash will get their own dedicated entrance where they don't have the baseball traffic coming in, so that'll be good for them. And once we get this placed, then we're going to have a really good look at what we have property wise to work with for the beach volleyball court. So pretty big development, that's for sure. It has put a lot of work into it, that's for sure, but I think it'll help the city of Alma, Missouri definitely have a nice sports complex, which will be good. But whew, a lot of work. It was a lot more than I was expecting, and we still got more to go. So we better get back into get back into the tablet there and make sure we get everything ordered and placed, because it's going to be a lot of work still. So anyways, see you guys in a bit. Alright guys, so as you can see, lots more land has been worked on. We got brand new stadium seating here for beach volleyball. We got to get lights and other things done. We got some concrete basically put down. We got more work to do, as this will not be a direct entrance in from the parking lot, so we got to work on that. But yeah, we got basically all of this set up. We got the beach volleyball net perfectly centered with the grandstand, so everything should look pretty good. But let me show you what we have gotten done. We got a nice long pathway here for concrete, so we can have people walk in if they need to. And then of course we got the nice asphalt drive directly into the facility for parking, so that's really good. We got some nice trees planted along the entryway here, which is really, really good looking. And then we'll have plenty of property out front, so we'll have to maintain this with grass and whatnot, so it looks really, really good. Then we got the fence separating here from the car wash area, so a little bit restrictive in some ways with how close the fence has to come out. Right back here the fence doesn't come out nearly as far, which is nice. But yeah, we got grass kind of seeded. It hasn't really popped up yet, but we've got a lot of work going along here. Go ahead and open this up real quick. There we go. So that opens up in, so that's perfect for people coming in out of the event. So the entrance we're going to build right about here. We got some fencing and walls that we got to put up just to kind of help separate from obviously Waterburger right here. So we're going to put some plants in along the side for sound deadening, and so that people can't just watch it from the parking lot as well, because we don't want that. But yeah, overall this facility looks pretty good. We got to put in stadium lights and whatnot, but it looks really, really good. And then we're going to have a wall straight through here, so that way nobody can just watch from this parking lot either. You do have to get checked in, so we got to get like a booth and stuff set up for that. But we have put a lot of work here in the last month or so, and it is really paying off. This facility's doing a really, really good job helping us get the work in, seeing their vision, and I gotta say, it looks really good. We still have not gotten the guys over to get the trees removed, so we've had to push that over. Luckily, as I said, during this whole month we haven't had really a whole lot of events, so everyone can kind of go to like the front parking lot for just the lower league guys that work out pretty good, so that's been really nice. But yeah, we have put so much work into this. It is really, really insane how much work we put into this. So anyways, a lot more to do, and I'm waiting on the truck of sand to come in this evening, and we should be able to get that nice and spread out here as well. So that'll be good. Alright, there we go. Got our sand in. We might need a bit more, but that's a start to get the base layer down anyways. And we gotta get through the grass that's here, but that'll work out fine. But yeah, got a nice fine grain beach type sand, so we'll get this spread out here pretty good. Let me get the truck out of the way real quick. But luckily we can use the bucket here. I have to see if we need any more sand. I'm not sure if we're going to need any more or not. But we'll get the M6 here loaded up with some sand. We can get this nice and evenly spread. I think this will work out really good. So obviously we got plenty. Yeah, get this all nice and loaded up. There we go. Yeah, we might need a bit more sand, honestly, as I'm looking at that. We might need to get a little bit more, but we can start spreading this out and getting it laid nice and even here. But yeah, I definitely think we're going to need more sand. This is for, obviously you got, I think, what is it? I think it's like twos, and I also think they're going to try and work on, what you call it, how many people are usually in a volleyball team, the regular volleyball court team? They're going to have, obviously, the doubles, with just 2 people doing the beach volleyball, but then it's also going to be the groups as well on the sand. So that'll be interesting to see for sure. But we'll get this all nice and done. But there's got to be plenty of space for both sets and styles of beach volleyball. So anyways, I'm going to work on getting this spread out. And we will see what gets done, but just trying to kind of get the whole thing set up here so it's nice and even, because it'll be pretty wide. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. That didn't look too bad. I like that. So it's really a nice texture. Really looking good. So anyways, we're going to get this laid down here, and we will bring it back once we're done, because obviously we got a lot more landscaping work to do. So anyways, see you guys here back in a bit. Alrighty guys, we got the final layer of sand in. We're gonna smooth this out here a little bit later, but whew, it's been a month of work, let me tell you. So take a look at the brand new facility. We got all of this nicely laid out. It looks really good. Got concrete up here in front of the grandstands. Got the nice little planters here, which look really nice. Got a stationary ice cream truck to be able to order your ice cream snacks while watching the game. Also got a little snack bar right over here, along with some barbecue, which is really cool. And then coming further over here, we got the announcer's booth right up there, so a little less seating on this one side, but I'm sure no one will mind that too much as long as they can get some good PA. We got plenty of lights for the facility as well, and of course we got the nice area for both teams to be able to sit in some shade. So really nice facility, all things considered. Taking a look on the outside, obviously we got this right here. We got some nice dolphin statues for the main entrance here, which looks really good. Coming on out onto a concrete path, all the grass planted in, and everything with the drive finalized. It looks really good. And we still got a pile of trees for whatever reason. I don't know why they haven't come pick that up. Anyways, we got to work on that. Anyways, we spent about, we got a little bit of grass right here that hasn't grown up. I have to look at that. But we've spent well over $60,000 in materials just for us to build this up. So that's going to be quite a bit of reimbursement we have to get from the facility. But we put a ton of work in here. You got the nice access gates here on the side, which allows you to get in and out. So it really turned out quite well. I am really surprised at how well this looks. So obviously, as long as you don't have any people wanting to jump over the fence, it's got the pretty nice barrier here that lets you know, hey, you're not supposed to be back here. And then once you get right here, this is for team and crew access, so nobody's supposed to be coming along through here. But really nice look at the facility. I think it turned out very nice. And we got the sound deadening shrubbery on the sides, so that way it's not being as disruptive over at Whataburger. And of course we got some trees right there in the back that also help with sound deadening, and also shade, because it's quite sunny, as you can tell. So having these trees here on the side, it really does throw right over here. If you look over here, it puts this into some very nice shade for the evening hours. So that's really nice. So we have put a lot of work into this. Let me tell you, it was a ton of work to get this facility done, and I gotta say, it looks really good. So that is it for us today, guys. We totally revamped the entry to this facility and then built ourselves a volleyball court. That was a lot of work. and I think it turned out very, very nice. But yeah, brought in the sand, and look at how nicely this has smoothed out. It looks really, really good. Got plenty of space on either side, and obviously this is set up for whether that's multiplayer volleyball or just volleyball doubles. It is set up for both of those, and I think it turned out really, really good. So it is a nice facility, turned out pretty good. So anyways, guys, that is it for us today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more of this content, make sure to let us know down in the comments below. Well, we put a ton of work in, and it is time to go have a break. We got to get all the equipment back to Bear Creek Outdoor, and hopefully the facility will write us a very nice large check for all of this. But lots of work done, and I gotta say, turned out really good. So anyways, guys, that is it for us. We'll see you guys here next time. Bye-bye.